right, looking to throw. Looking to throw, and he throws into the end zone. Touchdown!
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Fantasy Fornicator. We are back at it. Another video. We are doing the top 12 quarterback rankings for 2020. This is pre-draft, so things are going to change after the draft. We'll see what moves are made. But first things first, this is April. I want to talk about autism. April is Autism Awareness Month, and I am a proud father of 3 children that are in the spectrum of autism. It's not severe, they're high functioning, but they have the little things about them that, makes them stand out. And, I love them so much. And I just definitely wanted to, just bring it up. April Autism Awareness Month. I wanted to wear the shirt. And yeah, man, that's what I wanted to talk about real quick before we get into the video. So let's get into it. My number 1 quarterback coming into this year for fantasy purposes is Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. The guy was injured last year. He still did his thing when he came back. Dislocated kneecap. It looked really, really bad when it happened. Most people thought he'd be out for the rest of the year. No, didn't happen. Came back, took the Chiefs to the Super Bowl, and yeah, got Andy Reid that much awaited for Super Bowl ring. And yeah, man, with Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Sammy Watkins popping in, every so often, throughout the year, catching some big plays, making some big plays, and Mecole Hardman should take a step forward. Damian Williams in a running attack, and let's see if they draft somebody else to pair up with Damian Williams in the backfield. Darwin Thompson didn't really seem to have much of a spark to that offense last year, but let's see if something changes. So yeah, Patrick Mahomes, my number 1 quarterback. Number 2, Action Jackson, Lamar Jackson for the Baltimore Ravens. The guy did it all last year. Rushing game was off the roof. The dude was, he put up like over 1,000 rushing yards last year. Even more than some of the premier running backs in the game. Not to mention 30+ touchdowns, and he's just slinging the ball all over the field. He's got Mark Andrews, Hollywood Brown, who was deemed up for most of the year. He should be, hopefully 100% and play for most of the year as well. Let's see what kind of other weapons they add to the offense. Mark Ingram, great running back, like him a lot. Gus Edwards, very, very nice backup. And Justice Hill, nice change of pace. Let's see if Justice Hill gets incorporated more into this offense. But yeah, man, Lamar Jackson, you can't go wrong. That dual threat quarterback, this quarterback that nowadays is what you want to start your franchise for a playoff push, Super Bowl push. And it's the type of quarterback that you love to have on a fantasy team. So Action Jackson, number 2. Number 3, Kyler Murray, Arizona Cardinals. The addition of D-Hop is definitely going to boost that offense. Cliff Kingsbury loves to run a spread formation. He's going to have 3 receiver sets all day, but he's going to really try to push for the 4 receiver sets. You're going to have D-Hop out there with Larry Fitz, Christian Kirk, and, possibly Andy Isabella as well. Then not to mention Kenyon Drake out of the backfield. It's going to be a very, very dangerous team. Another thing to keep in mind, this defense is not good. So it's going to force them to have to throw the ball a lot, to play catch up. Kind of like how last year Tampa's defense was pretty bad for most of the year, and Jameis had no choice but to throw the ball all around. Now Kyler Murray is a way better quarterback, way more accurate, so I expect better numbers. So Kyler Murray, see him as my number 3. Number 4, Danger Rush, Russell Wilson, Seattle Seahawks. And yeah, man, the guy, another dual threat. He's been doing it for a long time. Very accurate quarterback, mobile. We know what he could do. Russ is that dude. He gets it done. And, I think that this upcoming year, they're going to have to switch it up a little bit. I know they like to lean on the ground game a lot, but we see that Chris Carson, he gets teamed up a lot. And he was having fumbling issues. Then Rashad Penny as well. He came in, looked pretty nice, but then got injured. He got knocked out. So 2 really good running backs that, for a team that wants to run the ball a lot, they get injured a lot. So the addition of Greg Olsen might be a little bit of a spark to that tight end room, between him, Will Disley, and, even Jacob Hollister. That's a pretty decent, tight end core. Then you got Tyler Lockett and, of course, DK Metcalf, who I feel like is going to have a big, big year this upcoming year. So I think they're going to have to lean on Russ a little bit more. pass that ball down the field. So Russ, my number 4 quarterback. Number 5, we got Dak Prescott from the Dallas Cowboys. You know, with McCarthy joining the team, we saw what he did in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers, and I feel like it's going to translate as well. Dak Prescott's already an elite fantasy quarterback. He already does his thing, and the defense took some hits in the secondary, so they're gonna have to lean on Dak a lot more. And I think Amari Cooper's gonna have a big year. They also got Michael Gallup and of course Zeke. So Dak Prescott, another dual threat quarterback, like him a lot. My number 6 quarterback, Matt Ryan, Matty Ice from the Atlanta Falcons. And the thing with him, he's got some great targets. Yeah, he lost Austin Hooper, he had a breakout year last year, but they got Hayden Hurst. He's gonna be straight for them. They also got Julio. We cannot forget about Julio Jones, Calvin Ridley. I think those 2 wide receivers are going to have booming years. And his defense took steps back as well. They lost Big Beasley. They lost Marcus Trufant in the secondary. So, yeah, the defense, again, they're going to be bad. So it's going to make the offense have to play catch up most times. I forgot to mention, the addition of Todd Gurley. He's in a 1-year prove-it deal, so he's going to come out banging. I really, really like Matt Ryan this year, fantasy football. Next up, my guy, we're going to stay in the same division with Drew Brees. Who that, baby? So with the Saints, Drew Brees, I don't like the fact that Taysom Hill gets so much run, but, Drew Brees, with the addition of Emmanuel Sanders, he's already got Michael Thomas, Jared Cook, then Alvin Kamara out of the backfield. Man, that offense is too much to deny. Drew Brees is going to do his thing. I like him at number 7. Number 8, we got Tom Brady, another NFC South quarterback with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Last year, we saw what Jameis did with the receiving core, with the weapons that he has. And Brady, he's on a whole different level, man. He's gonna, hot route at the line of scrimmage. He's gonna put his players in the right positions, and I think OJ Howard is definitely going to be used in the right way. Brady loves his tight ends. We already know that. And there's rumors right now about Gronkowski joining the teams. I mean, I don't know. Joining the team, I don't really see that happening. But, it doesn't have to happen. OJ Howard is definitely somebody that could get the job done. He's too much of a talent. So I think Bruce Arians is going to use him even more with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and let's see what happens with the backfield. Right now they got Rojo, but I have a feeling they're going to add a dynamic running back in the draft. So look out for that. My next quarterback at number 9, Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills, another dual threat quarterback. I love the dual threat quarterbacks. Josh Allen looked great last year. They added Stephon Diggs via trade with the Minnesota Vikings. I like that a lot. He's not very accurate with that deep ball, but Stephon Diggs is a weapon added to offense, so that's a boost for him, for Josh Allen. So I like it. Devin Singletary out of the backfield definitely helps out. They got John Brown as well. Cole Beasley was very decent for the team. And, Josh Allen gets touchdowns on the ground as well. So, Devin Singletary owners are going to hate that about him. But, hey, as far as a fantasy quarterback goes, I got him inside my top 10 at number 9. Number 10, we're going to go NFC North. Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers. Last year, he disappointed a lot of fantasy owners, even myself. Yeah, I'm a Bears fan, but, I still had him on my team. Felt like he was going to do really good. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, my bad. My computer kind of froze up on me. But at the end of the day, I like him. Devontae Adams was injured a lot last year. And, they just need another receiver to step up. I feel like they might get somebody in the draft. Let's see what happens. They signed Evan Funchess. They do need tight end help. They do need another receiver. But they have Aaron Jones out of the backfield. And they got Devontae Adams. If they could just get him the ball, get him involved more, I think they're going to be fine. Matt LaFleur, I think he's going to learn his lesson of not incorporating Devontae Adams as much as he should have. So Aaron Rodgers, my number 10. Number 11, I know you guys have probably been waiting for this guy. Where is he? Or at least wondering where is he at in this list so far. Deshaun Watson from the Texans. And Deshaun Watson, he's going to take a hit. When you lose a premier top receiver, arguably the number 1 receiver in a game. I know he's at least, top 2, top 3 talent alone. You're going to take a hit. And, that offensive line is not good. We've seen it time and time again. Watson is always put in a tough spot. He makes big plays, But when you lose a premier receiver like that, you're gonna take a hit. I dropped him back because of it. He is a dual threat, but he's always running for his life in the backfield, and that's what worries me about him. So Deshaun Watson, I have at number 11 as of right now. Number 12, um, Tyrod Taylor. I know as of right now he is, the starter for the Los Angeles Chargers, and I know that possibly could change with the draft. We'll see if they draft a quarterback with their first round pick. But if Tyrod is given the opportunity, like they're saying that he is going to be given, if he gets to play the whole year, I really feel like the Chargers are going to make some noise. I feel like they're going to be a wild card team at least. And Tyrod had one of his best years ever in Buffalo under Anthony Lynn, who, is the head coach of the Chargers. He knows his strengths. He knows his weaknesses. Tyrod, he's very safe with the ball. Another mobile quarterback. And, with Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Hunter Henry, then Austin Eckler out of the backfield, I feel like that's a very, very nice team, a nice core for Tyrod to succeed with. And yeah, man, I could see him finishing top 12 quarterback, Tyrod Taylor, a quarterback that a lot of people aren't talking about right now. Somebody you could get, pick him up. If you guys are in best ball right now, you could get him really, really late. And I feel like he could possibly pay off for you guys. So Tyrod Taylor, Los Angeles Chargers. And that's my top 12. Let's recap again. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Murray, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and Tyrod Taylor. Those are my top 12 quarterbacks heading into the draft, before the draft for 2020. No Mitch Trubisky. Don't worry. No Bears quarterbacks as of right now. I'm not a homer like that. So appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to work on the top 12 wide receivers. Try to put that out for you guys ASAP. And yeah, man, catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, FFFornicator at Twitter. And then if you guys are watching this video and not following me, make sure you guys hit that follow button. So to the next one, you guys take care. Wash your hands. Peace and be safe.